Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Imaginary World here. Today I just wanted to show you guys how the Ableton Arpeggiator works. There's a lot of cool features in it that I think are overlooked, and a lot of you might not even know how to use it in general or didn't even know it exists. So I wanted to show you guys about that. Before we get into the video, if you guys don't mind, if you guys could leave a like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. And yeah, let's go ahead and just get right into it. So I made this little plucky sound that I think would go well with an arpeggiator. So let's go ahead and throw on the arpeggiator device. If you guys don't know where to find the arpeggiator device, it's over here in the MIDI effects, and you want to go up to where it says arpeggiator. So we're just going to drag that on here, and immediately when you play like a chord, for example, it's going to play an arpeggio. If you just want to get an arpeggiated sound and adjust it just a little bit, all you need is this rate knob and the style. So for example, right now it's set to up. So when you play a chord, it's going to play them in ascending order. Now, we can do a lot of different styles. There's one down, which is the exact opposite. And then there's, up, down, so it goes up and then back down. And then there's down, up. And, there's a ton of other ones. The only other one I would say definitely mess around with is the chord trigger. When you play a chord, it's going to trigger it. Exactly what it sounds like. Then you got your groove. You can change and add some swing to it if you want. And it might be something you want to use, so thought I'd mention that. From here, you got rate, which is going to adjust how fast the arpeggio or chord trigger is playing. And right now it's synced to the beat. You could actually take it off the beat and do it based on milliseconds. Goes into audio rate, which is pretty cool. Getting back on track, we also have the gate. Let me show you how this sounds on a piano. So when you take the gate and you pull it back, it's going to make the notes much shorter, and then if you allow it at 200%, it's going to extend them out so that they'll go kind of into each other. Another cool feature is you have this transpose function, which if you set it to a key, even if you play outside of that key, it's going to stay in it. So if I just kind of slam the keyboard, it's just going to play in C major. It doesn't matter what I'm pressing. So that's cool. And you can do any key, major, minor, and you got all of your notes here. So that's really a pretty good function. Maybe if you're playing live and you just don't want to be able to make mistakes, you can put that on. Another cool thing is the steps function. Now, this is one thing that, if you're going to take one thing away from this video, this is a great feature right here. So let's set this to down. And what you're going to hear is it's going to add an extra octave. So, listen to that. And you can adjust the distance. So if you want it to go an octave down. So yeah, it's really, really cool what you can do with that. And you can do it, you could make it go 8 octaves up if you want. I think we ran out of range there, but you get the point. And yeah, so let's go ahead and switch back over to Keyscape, and I'll show you what this velocity does. All right, so velocity is going to make it so if it's turned off, this is a little bit confusing. If it's turned off, you can actually hear the velocity. So you can hear the nuance in the notes. So if I just kind of play really light, if I slam the keys. So that's what velocity does. And if you turn it on, what it does is it actually lets you control it. So you can choose your target. Let's do a dramatic difference. If I do 10 and I slam the keys, just... Now this decay is going to make it so the first few notes still have that velocity. So if I turn that down, won't do that anymore. I can slam the keys and it won't do it. So there's a lot of cool things you can mess with there. Now there's one other function I wanted to go over here, is this hold button. So if you click hold and you play something, it's gonna keep playing it until you get to the next chord. So now there's one other thing I want to mention. So if you are pressing if you're pressing your sustain pedal, it's not going to hold out the notes. That's what the hold button is for. So if I play something, It's not going to do anything. Now, I heard people talking about this, or I've heard mention of this before, and they're like, why can't I do that? Why can't I hold my sustain pedal and hold out the arpeggio? Well, you can. It's a pretty easy fix. All you got to do is you got to click this MIDI button up here, click on where it says hold, and then press down on your pedal. Boom. There you go. Now I can play my arpeggios with the held notes. But yeah, that pretty much covers it for this video. So if you guys liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any suggestions for future content, please leave them in the comments down below. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.